With an aid of a diagram, prove that the angular momentum's magnitude L is equals to the square root of G m squared A into 1 minus epsilon squared, where A is the semi-major axis, E is the eccentricity, and R is equals to that. So this is Kepler's Bani, Kepler's first law, right? So we need an aid of a diagram to prove that. So with an aid, so there's a mark for the diagram though. So I'll just make a diagram ngalena khona senza more derivations this side. So remember, Kepler's first law says a planet moves in an elliptical orbit. So you must just represent that this is an ellipse because it has got two foci, two focus points. And then in one of the focus points, we are going to find the sun. And then assume that a planet is here. And so they say we want to prove the angular momentum of the planet is given by that. So with an aid of a diagram, try to do all those things to represent our A and whatnot. But this is the distance between the planet and the sun. And then what else is there? There is a force experienced by the planet from the sun. And this is a force that is centripetal. So there is a force that is centripetal. And then the sun also experiences a force in that direction. The magnitude of the angular momentum is equal to the square root of G m squared A 1 minus E squared. Asqalen silana about the force. What do we know about the force experienced there? We know that the centripetal force, which is E force, that is exerted by the sun on the what? On the planet. It is also the gravitational force. It is also the what? The gravitational force. Shooty, the force experienced by the planet towards the sun, which is the centripetal force, is the same thing as any the gravitational force. And then now FC here it is. Our FC there will be given by mv squared over r. Remember what our planet is having mass m, small letter m, and our sun is having capital letter M. So mv squared over r, the centripetal force length experienced by the planet. That's why I send so small letter m land. It is equals to negative g m over the radial distance between them r squared. Let's talk about the negative. Why is the negative there? Why? Is there? Yes, the vectors, the force vector and the radial vectors, they are opposite to one another. So I want to see distance between the sun and the planet is going that direction again. But the force experienced by the planet is towards, normally it is towards inside. So they are actually having an angle of band up, an angle of 180 degrees. Yes. So that angle of 180 degrees, the angle of 180 degrees between them, something like this, they're actually divergent. That's the radial distance, that is the force, the gravitational force. So this relationship of 180 degrees will make this dot product to be negative. It's actually cos 180. There's an angle of 180 between these two. So that's why we use negative them. And then now, from here now, let us just try to talk about what else is involved in this proof. Number 20. Do we need E? Oh, we need the F net is equal to MA. Oh yeah, it's fine, it's fine. Okay, we know that also the force acting on an object is equal to the mass times its acceleration, right? Mass times its acceleration. And what do we know? We know that the acceleration line, we are going to use acceleration in polar coordinates, right? We're going to use the acceleration in Jani and we polar coordinates. What does acceleration say in polar coordinates? OX double dot in polar coordinates, it's in the acceleration icon. There is a formula sheet, you can just view it here. Polar coordinates, we have got r dot dot angisho minus r theta dot squared, right? And then this is all a radial component. Then this is plus r theta dot plus 2r dot theta dot, and then this is the transverse component. So acceleration is in our components out too. But lana massity F is equals to mx double dot. Now massity F is equals to mass times acceleration. Here, if force esikhuluma ngayo, it is acting along the line, the radial line. So we are only going to take this acceleration because this acceleration is khuluma ngayo when we're talking about any torque. We are not talking about the rotational force. We are talking about a force acting along the what? A line. So the acceleration here, we are just going to ignore the transverse component because the force which we are evaluating is acting along a line. It's a straight line force. It is not a force that rotates in any way. So we can just say, OF is equals to m times r double dot minus r theta dot squared. So we are only going to take the radial component. So let's say is in. So our force here, let's just substitute. Our force, we're gonna use the what? This gravitational force, right? Yes. Let's just ignore the centripetal thing that I've started with here, because we're not really interested in the period and whatnot. So here, our force, remember, it was negative G-M-M over r squared. That's the gravitational force. So this is negative G-M-M over r squared. And then again, now if we simplify, we've got m and m on both sides again. So we can just cancel out the m. It's like you are dividing by m on both sides. Then you are going to remain with this equation that will say r double dot minus r theta dot squared, right, is equal to negative g m over r squared. Is it? Yes. So let's just name that as equation 1. Equation 1, we got it by combining Newton's second law as well as a gravitational force. And we are using acceleration in polar coordinates. And then, that is when we need to do what? We need to try to find out how can we involve OL land? Because then we're looking for any angular momentum. The angular momentum, according to physics 1 level, the first level of physics, tells you angular momentum, it is equals to the product between r and what? And linear momentum. So the r vector times linear momentum will give you what? Will give you the angular momentum. So in magnitude, we put a absolute value sign. And momentum vector, linear momentum vector, we know it from grade 12 that P vector is equals to m times v. So I can just come and say this is times m times v. So let's just shorten the process. We are going to use polar coordinates for everything. So if position in polar coordinates is given by band. R dot, or it's r cap, ne? So it's r cap. Then this is being multiplied with m into v. The velocity in polar coordinates is given by bani r dot r cap theta dot theta cap, right? And then the mass, remember the mass is invariant, it's just an invariant measure. So we can take it out, Ganjen. We are allowed to take it out. And then here, when you multiply, we need to know that the unit vector r crossed with the unit vector r, we get ubani, u0. The unit vector r crossed with ubani, u theta, unit vector, we get 1. We need to know those two things. Do you want to know the reason? No, we don't care about it. So let's just drop the reason. We are interested in knowing that. Yeah, obviously these are, let me just tell you, these are parallel vectors. So they will never cross, they will never intersect. That's why their cross product is 0. These ones are perpendicular vectors. We know that when you are multiplying the gradients of perpendicular vectors, you get -1. But here, when you are finding the cross products of perpendicular vectors, you get 1. So that's the reason for that. So here we can cross multiply because we've taken out the mass. Here we've got R uhamba no R cap multiplied by what's inside. It's no R cap times R cap there. That's going to give us 0. So the first thing here is gone already. Then R times R cap times R times theta dot theta cap. Here we have got theta cap times or R cap. That's going to give us 1. Then this is R times R. That's going to give us R squared, right? And then that was theta dot. There's a theta dot there. So L is equal to mR squared theta dot. This is your equation 2. So now you can see there's a relationship between my equation. Equation 1 has got ubani, has got UR. Has got UR dot dot, has got UR. Whereas equation 2 has got ubani, has got the angular momentum, which is what we want to prove. So now we can now relate them together. Now equation 2. So from here, how can we express this term UR theta dot squared? We must be able to express it in terms of the angular momentum because now we want to combine our thing, right? So how can we express UR theta dot squared in terms of angular momentum? So let us try to achieve UR theta dot squared from this expression. What can we do? We can take out to M away, right? Sifuna no R theta dot, right? So we can take out to M away. We can take out one of the R's there. We can take out one of Uban, one of Abu R, Swakip. And then uzosala R1 there. And then tinasifuna theta dot wethu abenjani? Abe squared. So what can we try to do? What can we try to do? Hey, do the mathematics here. Rationalize. Should we do that? And do the same thing on the right hand side. Do the maths, please. Do the maths quick here. From theta dot. Okay. So we're gonna divide by mR squared. We find that U theta dot is equals to L over mR squared, right? Also, we're just gonna put a. Okay, we're just gonna put log no theta dot log. All right, it's fine. Oh, that's a quicker way. So now we're already trying to complicate it. So lana UR double dot is minus R times U theta dot wethu, it is now ubani UL over mR squared, right? Then there's a squared there. Is equals to negative G M over R squared. And from here, let us just simplify our thing. Okay, so this will be L squared and peso. This will be M squared. This will be R to the power 4. But no more R la. So this will be R cubed. So we balance is in your term because we still have got a lot to do. So space constraints here. So here is our new term. We said we're gonna get L squared over M squared R cubed. It is equivalent to that expression. So to solve for UL, we know that R is equals to A into 1 minus E squared over 1 plus equals theta. This was given. So to solve for UL, we need at least to find the first derivative of R. And then the second derivative, because this is R double dot. Alright, so ngicela nje ukuyibhala eceleni this new equation esesiyenzile ngikwazi ukuba nespace lana. So lana our new equation r double dot minus L squared over m squared r cubed is equals to negative g m over r squared. This is a new equation that we've made angisho. Nah. So ngizosula angisho wonke umuntu wazula ukubhala la how we got here. So oh, it's MO1. Oh yeah, it's fine. So it's only one M there. Okay, so now let us aim to find this R double dot. Given that R is equals to A into 1 minus epsilon squared over 1 plus epsilon cos theta, whereby A is the semi-major axis and epsilon is the eccentricity. So the first derivative of R there, what are we going to derive this with respect to? Remember, here we will derive OR with respect to Ubani, to O theta. Then we derive O theta with respect to time. So at that derivative, we are deriving OR with respect to theta. Then we derive O theta with respect to time. So this is the chain rule. Because we can see with him, O theta changes with time. The angle theta, which is somewhere here, it changes with time as this planet is revolving. Alright? So, but OR is also dependent on theta, according to this equation. So, first, find out OR changes faster with respect to theta. Then, lower theta with respect to time. So, let's differentiate this with respect to time. OA into 1 minus epsilon squared, it doesn't have theta in it. Let's start with respect to theta. So A into 1 minus epsilon squared, we treat it as a constant. But this one, it does have O theta in it, right? So we are going to differentiate this one. The best way to do this, take this up in a phezulu. Again, this is 1 plus E cos theta. When you see the phezulu, it will be something like 1 plus E cos theta to the power minus 1, right? And to differentiate this, you use chain rule. This will be minus 1 times this again. That is going to give us minus into 1 plus epsilon cos theta. And then to the power of minus 1, you minus 1 again. We are just doing a chain rule mixed with the power rule. So this is to the power of minus 2. Then multiplied by the derivative of what's inside with respect to theta. Derivative of this is 0 with respect to theta. Derivative of this with respect to theta will give us 1 negative sine theta. We are not done. Remember, we are going to derive O theta with respect to time. Because here we are done deriving OR with respect to theta. So deriving O theta with respect to time, this is just going to give us theta dot, the first derivative of theta. So we're going to theta dot here. So do you see that the math has to match up here? The math has to match up. Since then, Lana, we have derived with respect to theta, deriving OR with respect to theta. We treated this as a constant, because it doesn't have theta in it, times. Local denominator, with theta phezulu phakathi. So we took it upwards, yaba to the power of bani, to the power of minus 1. We apply chain rule. Minus 1 times this is minus into 1 plus equals theta to the power of minus 1 again. That's going to give us minus 2 times the derivative of what's inside with respect to theta. This one is 0. This one will be negative E sine theta times. Now we derive with theta with respect to time again. So derivative of theta with respect to time, we're just going to write theta dots. Alright. So R dot weight in a simplified version. O theta dots, according to what we have, remember that we've said, we say OL, remember we've said that L is equals to MR squared theta dots, right? So in actual fact, O theta dot is equals to L over MR squared. Just to remember this again. So for theta dot mina, I want to relate this equation to angular momentum and put L over mr squared. So let me just write the simplified version of this. O minus no minus will definitely give us a positive because we are multiplying these terms, right? So this is going to give us L A into right, we can still up A, we can still express R nakhona A. But we can still apply OR as well to simplify our derivative. 1 plus epsilon cos theta squared. I'm sure this was to the power of negative. You take it down. Times, obviously, now no L is sine theta. Okay, it's fine. I'll just write it like this. And then this is OMR squared. We can further express OMR squared again. Right? OR, remember OR is equals to bani. It is equals to A into 1 minus epsilon squared over 1 plus epsilon cos theta. So we can make lo R lona abe ubani abe R squared. So it means basically you are squaring what's on top here. And you are also squaring what on the what? On the bottom to find ubani R squared. But this is in the denominator ngisho. So since this is in the denominator, it means you are actually vice versa your terms. What was the denominator becomes the numerator. So if you can allow me, I will write 1 plus epsilon cos theta squared line over bani over m into a squared, is it? The square will square both sides, a squared 1 minus epsilon squared squared. Am I allowed to do this? Yeah, it's the maths. The wonderful and the beautiful maths. The only maths that matters in the world. Yes. So here, OR squared, we have substituted it for this. But over denominator, so what was the denominator will become the numerator. Okay, so she said this and this will cancel. Okay, this and this will cancel again. One term here will cancel one term there. Because this is a squared, 1 minus epsilon squared, and these two will cancel each other out. So OR dot weight or simplified can be OL with an E here, and then sine theta. We won't rewrite this because they cancelled. Over M A into 1 minus epsilon squared. Remember, we remained with one term here because this one cancelled one here. This is the first derivative. But we are not done. You want the what? The second derivative. So derive this again in the same fashion. Now we are going to be deriving OR dots with respect to theta. Then we are going to derive theta with respect to time. Again. Now, sekusimpla ke manje because theta wethu, it is now existing in a simpler term here rather than lapha. So I can treat OL, O epsilon, OMA into 1 minus epsilon squared times. This is all a constant, right? Yeah. There's no theta in it. Derive sine theta, what do we get? Cos theta. So we are done deriving R dot with respect to theta. Now let us derive theta with respect to time. We are going to get ubani theta dot, the first derivative of theta with respect to time. Then we're going to substitute it for ubani L over mr squared. This is L over mr squared. Hey, we are not lulling here, guys. How? It's not lulling. We are definitely not lulling. L and L will give us L squared, right? Epsilon cos theta. All over M times M will give us M squared. So A, no squared in, it's just A, right? And then R squared into 1 minus epsilon squared. So this is the second derivative. Mnandi manje. Now we'll substitute it. Now I actually found the second derivative. We'll substitute it back into this equation. Back into equation 1. I don't know what to rename this equation to be. But we'll substitute it back here so that you can solve for L. Because we want to solve this L here. Yes. So I don't know if this was equation 1 or equation 1. But we'll substitute it back here again. So this one, I'll just remove this part. So now you have to do high level of maths now. Remember, R double dot minus L squared over M squared R cubed is equal to negative GM over R squared. R double dot now says now it is going to be L squared over M squared A R squared into 1 minus epsilon squared. Then this is minus L squared over M squared R cubed is equals to negative G M over R squared. We have substituted it back again. Here we are. What type of maths do you think it can solve for L? There. Solve for L. That's the question. There is a simpler one here, right? Which is the simplest one that you can do here? Simplest one, don't complicate, don't take out the common factor. Simplest one, take out the common factor. Fraction, so L squared is a common factor. We'll just take out L squared and just want L squared in line. So yeah, so this will remain with Ubani 1 over M squared A R squared into 1 minus epsilon squared minus 1 over M squared R cubed, right? Then is equals to negative G M over R squared. There. What is it? Oh, cos theta simkotliwe. Oh yeah, there's an epsilon cos theta there. All right. There's an epsilon cos theta. Thank you for seeing that. I didn't notice. All right. So there's an epsilon cos theta there. Yeah, now you do whatever maths you are doing, because hey, I'm not majoring in maths here. Hey, I'm a physics major. This is only temporary for me. Divide both sides by this term. This will be negative GM into M squared A R squared into 1 minus epsilon squared. Okay, I will allow to flip in this way. But do whatever mathematics that you have to do here. But you must end here at the end of the day. So it's now about the level of maths that you can do there. I wonder which level of maths can we do there. But I think we are allowed to just say this is M squared A R squared 1 minus epsilon squared minus. Now I have to combine the fraction first. But do the maths. You'll do the maths. Should we try combining the fraction? This one is for the answer. Well, the 15 marks is uthola mungavela ubhale answer. So yenza okuningi kakhulu vele. Otherwise, you have to do the math. Probably you have to take out the common factor M squared. M squared R squared as a common factor. Konzosano A 1 minus E squared, which will appear here. Yeah, now I think we'll solve nice. So capitalize on this one. Okay. People's heads will crack. It's fine. You can do the maths, ne? Try your best to do the maths from here. Whatever maths that you do, L squared will give you that. G, whatever that we do, L squared will give you this. So here the task is to do the math. You try to see what mathematics you do there. Yeah, but you must end up with this simplified form. But you already see A 1 minus epsilon squared. Siyavela vela. M nangu khona la, G nangu khona. M squared siyavela vela. I think you're probably gonna flip it when you are dividing. You try to see what mathematical strategy. But L squared is equals to this, such that L, the magnitude of the angular momentum, is the square root of G M squared A into 1 minus epsilon squared. So the law, here to interpret the law, you say the square of the angular momentum is directly proportional to what? What does the law say is one? It's directly proportional to the axis? Yeah, say semi-major axis. So L squared is directly proportional to A. So the angular momentum is directly proportional to the semi-major axis. So it means if ellipse it is bigger, if you have got a bigger elliptical orbit, you're going to have a bigger angular momentum. Now we are putting the physics in it. Otherwise, this is the math that tells you that. 2 by A cubed. That's another law nakhona. Leyo proven a centripetal force. Yeah. So there are many other laws that you can prove. Khona nje kuthiwa equality fact. But yeah, I think what is pushile khona. So the last physics session that we're gonna have